The only way for a guy like me, born into very modest circumstances in Levittown, New York, the only way I could become wealthy was to invest in the stock market after I began making decent money as a journalist. So I did that. I invested in the stock market. It goes up, it goes down. But if you stay in it for the long run, you build wealth. That's it. You can't do it any other way. You can earn a lot of money if you do something very well or invent something. But if you are just a wage earner, as I was for 45 years, my wages at the end were good. But in the beginning, they weren't. So I invest in the stock market. That's how you build wealth, okay? So here's the data. There are about, let me see, how many Americans? 55%, according to Forbes magazine, 55% of Americans have money in the stock market, okay? Most of that is in retirement funds, school funds for the kids, college tuition, those kinds of things, all right? Just 14% invest in individual stocks. I have a few stocks, okay? But I have more mutual funds. Now, the people who invest in stocks are called the investor class. And when they sell a stock and make money from it, they pay a capital gains tax to the government. If it's less than a year, they pay what they would pay on an income tax basis. For me, that would be about 37%. Okay? If it's more than a year, 20%. Biden wants to double that for the investor class to 43% of capital gains. That's what Biden wants. Not going to get it, but he'll get a higher capital gains. That will take the investor class, some of it, away from the market and cause the market to go down, and companies won't have as much money to invest. That's what will happen. You raise tax rates, federal government raises tax rates on investments, the investments are not bought as much. That's what the socialists want. Listen to Elizabeth Warren.
The whole point of having a stock market is so that people across this country, around the world, can invest in businesses, help create that capital accumulation so businesses have the money they need to grow and to prosper. Instead, what has happened is it's turned into a casino so that market manipulators come in and they drive markets up or down and make a profit on it.
Okay, there is some of that, but there are laws against that, and the senator well knows. The senator is a socialist, and so is Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders. They want to control the stock market and the bond market and the commodities market from Washington, as they want to control the private economy. They will tell you what you should invest in, what you can do and not do in the financial community. That's what they want. Here's a tweet from a nut, Congressman Cori Bush. It's a woman, right? Congresswoman Cori Bush. A loon. She's from Missouri. Quote, the stock market hitting 30,000 points for the first time ever on a day when 2,216 people died from COVID in a week where people will be starving on Thanksgiving. Tells you everything you need to know about our broken system. Okay, so that woman, she's, I think, a communist, not a socialist. She's doing a step further. Disband it. Disband it. They don't want, the progressives don't want anybody becoming wealthy. No one. They want to level it off at a certain place where everybody makes the same. That's communism, socialism. Except for them, of course, in the ruling class. So Biden's got all his money, and his family has been well taken care of thanks to his connections. He's got his beach house. He's got his main house. He's got his pension funded. He's got all that, all right? He never had a private job, ever. But he's a millionaire, multimillionaire. Never had a private job. Isn't that sweet, right? So Biden doesn't care. Socialists want to run the economy? Fine. And the final thing is, and people don't believe me, again, I go back to my liberal friends, they want the market to tank. They want the economy to go over the cliff. Because then the people will panic and they'll turn to the strong federal government to save them. Just like COVID. We'll write you checks. You lose your job, we'll pay you more than if you were working. We'll give you food. We'll give you a house. We'll give you daycare. We'll give you everything. Vote for us. But we'll control everything. You'll never get above what we give you, but we'll keep you afloat. That's communism, socialism. That's what the progressive left wants. And that's what this guy in the White House is enabling. So we all clear on this? This is very, very important for you to be crystal clear. As Tom Cruise said in the movie A Few Good Men. Crystal clear. This is the end game. Capitalism evil, socialism good. And the march is picking up momentum. Now, I have predicted it will stop next year. The madness will stop. You're already seeing, you are already feeling the pain. Gas, food, other things. You're feeling it. You're going to feel it more. But this could go over the cliff. Because Biden's not going to stop it. He'll spend more and more and more and more and more. He'll do whatever the progressives tell him to do. It's shocking how bad this is. I knew he was going to be bad, Biden. I didn't know he was going to be this bad. Fellow Americans, I am concerned about the U.S. dollar. Huge debt, as you know. Will it stay as the world's reserve currency? That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. And the only company I recommend, and have for years, is American Hartford Gold. I trust them. I've personally done business with them. They sell physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. And they make it very easy. So call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold shot up more than 40%. Silver, more than 60%. So don't wait. Call them now. 866-501-5201. 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.